Andre Wade was just released once again, coming out of this Alameda Plaza Park. You can see the park where I grew up at. It wasn't too much like this here when I grew up. You got all the PlayStations for the kids and everything. It's a nice park now. It was a rough park when I was growing up in it. I was thinking, you know, about how a change came about in my life by going to prison. And before I went to prison, this park I hung out in on a daily basis, where we sold dope, we used dope, and we just did a little bit of everything. But right now, I see how peaceful it is, how you can come and the kids can come. Look at the kids over there now. Kids couldn't come in this park back when I was growing up in it, and we was doing what we was doing. It was so dangerous over here. If you didn't even live in this neighborhood, you couldn't get caught in this neighborhood. This was a rough neighborhood to be off a little highway, Alameda, but it was a really rough neighborhood. But I was asked the other day a question by somebody who watches my show, and they was asking me questions about medical inside the institution. Back when I first went to prison, they didn't charge you, didn't have a copay to go to medical. You could go in and get whatever you wanted. And every part had Tylenols and non-aspirins, and they had a little bit of everything in the pickets. You go to the pickets and you get whatever you wanted. Well, as time changed, all the pills would be all scattered in the day rooms. They using the gamble with to count with. And every time when the administration people came and they came to the pods, all they seen was the medication scattered out on the floors. People would go to the pickers and get them, but wasn't using them. So they came up with a $3 copay. Well, you had to go to medical. If you were sick, in order to get medication, you had to pay for it. Well, that was in the early 90s when they started that. In today's time, in Texas prisons, you have to pay a $100 copay in order to get medication or even see the doctor for anything. It's $100. So your loved ones is not lying to you when they tell you that they have to pay $100 in order to go to medical. And don't you know, there are people inside the institution that rather just be sick. They rather just be sick instead of go pay that $100. It ain't nothing but $100. And if you're indigent, you can go. If you're indigent, you can still go to medical. You can go to medical and see the doctor, but they still going to charge you $100. So when your people send you money, they'll take half of whatever they send you until that $100 is paid for. But you are able to go 1 year free to the doctor for paying that $100. You'll go the whole year. And when the next year come in, from that 1 year of you seeing them and paying that money, then you have to pay another $100. That's how they do us in prison. They charge you for everything, but they don't pay you. They give you $50 when you get out and $50 the next day when you go see the parole people. $100. I did 20-something years in the institution, and they gave me $50 when I got out at the walls and $50 when I seen the PO. And they talk about all the benefits and everything that you have. I don't know what kind of benefits you have, because I've been it was 2 months before I got a job. 2 months. Yeah, they got the workforce and everything that they give you little gift cards and gas cards and bus vouchers and all these things. But what is that? If you don't have no foundation, if you don't have no people out here or start, you in trouble. You're in trouble. And if you done 20-something years in prison, there's some people done died. Some of the guys ain't got nobody, and have to come out into this society, into this free world, and struggle. And his chances of going back to prison is great. It's great because he have to live out here. He have to live. We have to fight for people inside the institution. Texas need to pay inmates for doing the things that they doing down there. They building prisons. They fixing buses, building buses, canning up food, growing food. The horses and the dogs ain't got nothing to worry about. But the inmates do. And they say they broke. How is they broke and they growing everything and they canning up everything and they making everything? They got mattresses. They sell mattresses and had a contract with the people in China for 10 years. For 10 years. And the Chinamans paid them so much money. And then the Chinamans gave them stuff to give to the inmates. Don't you know they took the stuff and put it in commissary and sold it to the inmates? Texas prisons. This is how they feel about the people that's working on their plantations. This is how they feel. This is how they repay them. They don't give them nothing. They don't even celebrate. They don't even give you turkey no more on Thanksgiving. They give you chicken. Chicken on Thanksgiving. A traditional day. They don't care about no traditions in TDC. Now they will think about Cinco de Mayo Day. They will do that. Give them some burritos. They ain't gonna get nothing fancy. They gonna give them some burritos with some chili sauce. Texas prison, that's how they feel. This is Andre Wade with Just Release. Thank you for watching my show.